What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to This Week in Esports and Gaming for the third week of September 2022. Lots of news to cover this week, so let's dive right into it. I'm your host, Mark Kai, and let's go. For our first top 3 story, Roblox are going to launch in-game ads. Roblox says that the 3D ads will create new opportunities to generate revenue and that they will be easily identifiable and native on the platform. This was announced during the Roblox Developers Conference just a few weeks ago, and they also announced other things like making new tools for people to create content inside Roblox and enabling creativity with under animation capture as well as layered clothing tools. I think this is interesting to me because I'd love to see what the Roblox communities actually have to say about this and how they'll feel about ads being implemented into the platform and the game themselves. It's definitely a larger trend as we're seeing Microsoft considering using ads in free-to-play games, as well as Sony in their free-to-play titles as well. So many companies are looking to other revenue streams, evidently, to diversify, and the need to diversify the revenue streams has never been higher here. I assume this will be a traditional ad model, right, where Roblox has salespeople getting marketing dollars from brands and agencies, but I'm curious to see what types of activations happen here, and if it's going to be more high-touch personalized events, or if they're going to be more programmatic ads in the platform themselves. Either way, Roblox have to, they're going to make more money from this either way, so we'll see how it impacts the players. Activision Blizzard's Call of Duty Next event featured many details about the future of Call of Duty as well as their mobile initiatives. This in-person event featured many streamers with lots of announcements about Call of Duty, which I'll briefly run through right now. So Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 will be getting a new map, new vehicles, and a new gulag with 120 players as well, and no bots. Modern Warfare 2 will have a Spec Ops mode with 2-player co-op and raids for trios as well as third-person mode. And last but definitely not least, they announced that COD Mobile Warzone will be coming and will be featuring 120 players and creator partnerships with the community as well. The event itself seemed to be quite a bit of success, right, with over 1.2 million peak viewers with an average viewership of around 860,000 for the 5-hour event. They featured streamers like Dr. Lupo, Ninja, Myth, Courage JD, Nick Merckx, and Tim the Tapman. So lots of big streamers and content creators there as well. I think the mix of, introducing Warzone Mobile will also be huge. While other announcements are evidently big, the mobile stuff to me is the biggest since Call of Duty Mobile has been quite well received among the people that I know that actually play it. Furthermore, this could create more esports opportunities for mobile, seeing as Activision is already hosting their COD Mobile World Championship with a prize pool of $1.7 million for 16 teams competing. And so while Activision Blizzard, right, they've been constantly under scrutiny these past few months and perhaps even years, the deeper dive into mobile represents a shift and a widening of their target demographic that would be interested in their games, right, specifically mobile. They've been really focused on console and a little bit of PC in the past. So I'm curious to see if other large PC title publishers will adopt a similar strategy for their games, mainly looking at Valorant Mobile as well as Battlefield Mobile. Paulinho LOKO has become the top Brazilian streamer, so full shout out to Francisco Caricio from Streams Charts for highlighting Paulinho LOKO. And I want to check out if you want to check out the article he wrote, there's lots of full details there, so credit to him for writing this article up. But some stats on Paulinho LOKO. So in a span of 3 months, he went from 150k to 1 million followers on Twitch. He's a massive following on YouTube and Instagram, which he actually focused on more prior in the past. So for reference, he has 2.1 million followers on Instagram and 3.2 million YouTube subscribers with around 1.5 million views average per video. So just looking at his YouTube channel, it does really well. He currently sits as 8th ranked for all Twitch channels in the past 30 days in terms of average viewers, which is he has about a 56.7 thousand average, which is nuts. He beats Brazilian mega streamers like Casamito, Gales, or Alanzoca, which is very impressive here. And he said that he didn't want to sign to an esports org, but he ended up signing with Fluxo Gaming while saying his content will not change, but that instead he'll be able to work on new exciting projects as well. And most surprising of all, he's only 20 years old. So I'm constantly surprised and wowed by the up and coming huge streamers that maybe I don't really hear about that exist in the world because I'm only focused on the United States streamers and I'm exposed to those folks. So he mainly plays GTA RP and has a massive cult following, and he really embraces and fully immerses himself in the roleplay in the game that he plays. So he creates a memorable experience for his audience there. And so for brand folks, one thing I have to say, keep on the lookout for these up and coming international streamers, not just American or US based streamers. And for those interested in content, he's a prime example of what to be doing and how to engage with his audience. So maybe look at his streams a little bit. He does a really good job of engaging and fully embracing those roles that he plays. As far as partnerships go, One Esports partnered with FWD Insurance. One Esports has been appointed by FWD to develop their esports vertical of their lifestyle app On Me, and as a result, One Esports will run a marketing campaign to promote that app. FaZe Clan partnered with The Sandbox. FaZe will work with the Metaverse company to develop a virtual plot of land called FaZe World, where virtual events and experiences will be hosted, and they will also work together to create new revenue streams. Tribe Gaming have partnered with Samsung. Samsung Galaxy's devices will be used throughout the organization during the partnership and with logos on Tribe's jerseys as well as other content to come from both of the parties. Guild of Guardians have partnered with 7 esports orgs. As a result, Cloud9, Fnatic, Navi, NIP, SK Gaming, T1, and Team Liquid will be integrated into Guild of Guardians as playable characters. The goal here is mainly to help bring awareness of the game, as well as highlighting Web3 gaming possibilities. VivoKey partnered with Verso Studios. VivoKey will undergo a full digitalization of the organization, its influencers, and its facilities through Verso Studios, and the two parties mentioned how the partnership will help organizations grow with Web3 as it becomes a more integrated part of esports and gaming. Prodigy Agency partnered with Adamus Esports. The partnership will see Adamus provide performance and wellness services for Prodigy's clients on a daily basis, and they will also offer on-site support at live events as well as support Prodigy's Academy program. GameLancer partnered with TikTok. The two companies will work together to release HTML5 mini games across TikTok's global network, and currently GameLancer's channels generate over 1.7 billion views across TikTok, so it makes sense that these two parties are partnering for mini games on the platform. Mercedes-Benz partnered with Riot Games. They extend their partnership to 2025 at the very least, and the 3-year extension aims to further develop the esports global culture and the worldwide League of Legends community, though Activision details have not been revealed yet. For finance and M&A, African esports platform Gamer have received funding from Google's Black Founders Fund. They will receive $100,000 in non-dilutive capital as well as $100,000 in Google Cloud credits for technical use on their tools. Gamer currently has 89,000 users across 12 African countries and has been hosting esports tournaments in the historically underrepresented Africa region. Sky Mavis announced $2.4 million in esports grants. Axie Infinity will receive these esports grants to be used in tournaments as well as invitationals, and the grant will be paid out in AXS coin, which is Axie Infinity's currency, and will be dispersed between Q4 of 2022 and Q2 of 2023. Ruckus Games have raised $5.5 million. The funding was led by Transcend with participation from Bitcraft Ventures and will be used to further the development of the new cross-platform co-op title. The studio is founded by devs from Gearbox and Riot, so there's definitely promise here. Tencent have invested in Triturnion. For reference, Triturnion is the studio behind the popular game Mordhau, and while the amount has not been disclosed, Triturnion says that they will be using the investment to continue growing the game on other platforms and to launch a new IP in the future. As far as workforce changes go, James Deasy joins ESL Faceit Group as a partnerships manager, and Eli McCarroll has been promoted to the VP of Global Brand Partnerships. James was most recently at G Fuel as a talent manager for the past 6 months, and before that was at Respawn Products for about 1.5 years doing partnerships. He holds a bachelor's degree in communication and media studies from St. John Fisher University, and Eli is a bud of mine that I've spoken to many times before. He's been with ESL for about 4 years now doing brand partnerships, and was with the Pac-12 conference and Turner Sports in the past doing sales and marketing. He holds a bachelor's degree in journalism from the University of Oregon. Ryan Musselman has joined Cinemark as the VP of Gaming and Innovation. He's done lots in the gaming and esports space with his experience at Machinima, YouTube Gaming, Opta Gaming, and more. He also did work with Player.gg and Enthusiast Gaming for a while now before joining Cinemark, and he holds a bachelor's degree in communication from Arizona State University. Charles Spencer joins Washtenaw Community College as the esports coach. Charles was most recently the assistant director of esports and programming at Eastern Michigan University for the last 3 years. He also did marketing for the New York Red Bulls as well as working with Andbox in the past, and he holds a master's degree in sports management from Eastern Michigan University. Jeff Bangsberg joins Universal Music Group as the Twitch channel producer. He's a plethora of production experience with his company Focus Fire that he started in 2010, and he's worked in freelance opportunities with ESL Gaming, UMG, MLG, and many others for technical production. He holds a bachelor's degree in film, cinema, and video studies from the University of Wisconsin Eau Claire. Joe Hills joins Activision Blizzard as a project manager for brand partnerships. He's been in gaming for quite a while now, working at companies like Sport5, doing partnerships as well as Facebook on the gaming side and stream elements in the past. He previously worked for Opta Gaming as well, doing brand strategy, and he holds a bachelor's degree in politics and international relations from the University of Kent. Elias Anderson has joined Mojang Studios as a community manager. He was previously with Challenger Mode for almost 4 years, heading up the community management team, and he was most recently an instrumented officer at the Swedish Police, and he holds a bachelor's degree in public management from Örebro University. MSU has been promoted to the community elite at EA. She's been with EA for nearly 7 years at this point, and she has been doing community management for a while, first starting on Fire Monkey titles, and now she's working on Capital Games community management. She holds an honors degree in pharmaceutical science from Monash University. Elizabeth Van Wyck has been promoted to GM and COO of the Halo franchise at Microsoft. She's been a true Microsoft veteran, spending 7 years doing rotational work at Xbox Game Studios from 2006 to 2013. She's also been in the Halo IP since 2014 and was running esports for 8 of those months. She holds a bachelor's degree in marketing and finance from the University of Washington. And as far as new stuff goes, The Sims 4 going free to play starting October 18th. This effect will take place across PC and console versions, with the game being out for early 8 years at this point. Once again, games going to free to play is a simple move from the developers to revitalize the game from a marketing POV if player bases are constant or maybe not increasing as much as they'd like to. That's it for this week in esports and gaming. Credit to the authors and brands themselves for the images and information provided. If you want more information about the people on the move part or the workforce changes, shout out to James Fudge for doing all that research and helping out here. And as always, everybody have a great day.